This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With that, let's get on up to Jacksonville. Standing by for the call, it's our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll drop the throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 20 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Check 53, fly.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Back to throw now on first down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. It's caught, Stills, right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and just...
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Number 53, Mike 53. Coming this way, coming this way.
Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Good job.
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger.
Ready. 50, plant.
Number 53, Mike 53. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Set go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They complete it to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike, you don't want this.
Big river.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Ready, set.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I'm coming for you, son.
Ready.
On first down, it's Drake. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's get off the field.
5.
2nd and 11. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kenyon Drake hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
On the double.
53, check 53. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
They'll run on first down. Drake shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They'll run with Drake. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Check back, check back.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the down now coming up.
Ready?
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. In your face.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. And he will down. Miami taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know.
Set, ready? 60 yards.
I'm coming.
Set, go.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That one complete to Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Check. 53 is Mike.
Be careful. Be careful.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And going deep for it's caught inside the 25. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
And maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Down. 50, plant.
Check, 53 is Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins. Kalen Balaj, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on...
Let's go. 60, Pittsburgh.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You.
Now they try the right side here, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
70, Indy.
Another run with Gaskin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. Jake Ryan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Shoot.
Right back to him on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
You ready?
Alert. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
Down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Still going. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And going deep for Hill. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Go now. 50, plant.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Bandit.
Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going back to you.
Big grip, big grip.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
You think you gonna get this? Ready, ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
53, what? Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Ready.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the...
Here we go.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
And bring it.
Now.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, of course the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the West Coast offense is.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
53.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Let's go.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. They're able to locate Wilson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting.
Down. 18 Gator.
3 at the mic. Here we go, here we go.
Fight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Your trip is here.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All day, dog.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,